All right, fame spillers, buckle up. Because what's going on in Brazil right now is next level wild. And if you thought fandoms were intense before, wait until you hear what Lady Gaga fans, aka the Little Monsters, are doing. Picture this: screaming, crying, shaking, full-on emotional meltdowns outside a luxury hotel, hundreds of people deep, all for a glimpse, just a glimpse, of their queen. And no, this isn't 2010 Tumblr energy. This is that energy turned up to 11, with a dose of Brazilian passion that's got the entire internet watching with their jaws on the floor. So, has the Gaga fandom officially gone too far? Or is this just what happens when one of the biggest pop icons in the world finally returns after more than a decade away? Let's unpack the madness that's unfolding right now in Rio de Janeiro. And trust me, you'll want to stick around for every jaw-dropping detail. Lady Gaga just landed in Brazil for the first time in 13 years, and she's already causing mayhem, literally. She's set to headline a massive free concert on Copacabana Beach called Mayhem on the Beach, and fans are losing their absolute minds. For some context, the last time she performed in Brazil was during her Born This Way ball tour back, in 2012. She was supposed to return in 2017 for Rock in Rio, but had to cancel due to serious health issues. Since then, Brazilian little monsters have been waiting, not patiently, mind you, for this moment. And now that it's finally here, they're not holding back. Gaga herself expressed how deeply grateful she is to finally come back. She said, "Performing for Rio is an honor and thanked fans for their compassion when she had to cancel her last show due to hospitalization. She promised this time would be unforgettable, and clearly, the fans took that to heart. Like, really to heart. Because as of May 2nd, with the concert still a day away, fans have already been swarming her hotel like it's the site of a pop culture pilgrimage. We're talking all-night vigils, fans sleeping outside, chanting her name, some even on their knees, literally begging for her to come to the window. It's intense, and depending on who you ask, it's either a beautiful display of love or a terrifying example of parasocial obsession. Videos have been flooding TikTok and Twitter, with people arguing whether this is pure dedication or just plain disturbing. The scenes are unreal. Some fans ran through the streets just hoping for a peek at her hotel window. Others broke down, crying from sheer anticipation. And then there was Lady Gaga's fiancé, Michael, who briefly poked his head out of the hotel window, probably just trying to gauge if the coast was clear, and was met with screams like he was the Pope. To be fair, Gaga hasn't been totally silent through all this. In one surprising and honestly heartwarming move, she sent out about 53 pizzas to the fans outside. Reports say she spent around $1,000 on it. Now yes, the pizzas were handed out in napkins, and yes, the crowd was massive and chaotic, but it's kind of incredible that she even acknowledged them in that way. I mean, can you imagine waiting outside for 14 hours, and suddenly you get a slice of pizza from Lady Gaga herself? Some people would frame that greasy napkin. Still, it's got social media divided. While many praised her for being generous, others are asking, when does this level of fandom start becoming unhealthy? There's a growing wave of criticism aimed at the fans, accusing them of crossing serious boundaries. People are saying this is exactly the kind of behavior that makes celebrities keep their distance. And honestly, they might have a point. TikTok was full of takes like, "This is cult," behavior, "Celebrities are not your friends, and if I were her, I'd cancel the whole show out of spite." Oof. One comment that really stood out said, "This would send Chappell into a coma." And if you know, you know. Chappell is a content creator who's been super vocal about setting boundaries between fans and artists. Others pointed out how this kind of obsessive fandom is exactly what Gaga warned about in her song Paparazzi. The irony is almost too much. But not everyone's dragging the fans. A lot of people, especially those from Brazil or familiar with the music scene there, are defending them passionately. They're pointing out that for many countries like Brazil, international tours are rare. Artists don't always prioritize stops there, and when they do, it's often once in a generation. So when someone like Lady Gaga finally decides to show up, after a 13-year hiatus, the excitement is astronomical. To these fans, it's not unhinged, it's a once-in-a-lifetime moment. Some people even dressed in full Gaga cosplay at the airport, recreating iconic looks and fully embracing the theatrical side of fandom. In a way, it's almost poetic. Gaga has always championed her little monsters, and the Brazilian fans have been some of the most loyal, consistently keeping her name trending with hashtags, tribute accounts, and viral videos. Even during her long absence, they never let that fire die out. If anything, it burned brighter. And now that she's finally back, their passion has exploded in a way the world can't ignore. Still, it does raise questions about boundaries, respect, and how far is too far. Lady Gaga hasn't publicly commented on the hotel chaos yet, but you have to wonder what she was thinking during all of this. Did she feel loved? Overwhelmed? Maybe both? Some fans online speculated that she probably didn't sleep much, given the crowd noise outside all night. Others hoped she was safely tucked away, enjoying some room service and mentally preparing for the chaos of mayhem on the beach. Regardless of where you stand, whether you think it's over-the-top obsession or an epic celebration of fan loyalty, there's no denying that this moment is huge. It's a cultural spectacle, one that blends music, celebrity, and global fan culture into a fever dream of glitter, tears, and yes, pizza. As we count down the hours until Gaga hits that stage, one thing is certain. Brazil shows up for its artists. And love it or hate it, you can't help but watch. Let us know what you think in the comments. Are Brazilian fans just showing their love, or is this all a bit too much? Would you ever camp outside a hotel for your favorite artist? I love hearing your thoughts. And as always, thanks for spilling the fame with me. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell, because you know we'll be covering what goes down at that concert. Until next time, stay iconic.